Yeah, later into the week, we're going to see temperatures start to cool back down, more rain to come into the area. But today, we made it back up to 52 degrees out at SeaTac Airport. Now, I know it may sound wild, but it's still below average for this time of the year. And now that we have the clouds of the rain moving on through the airport there, temperatures have cooled down again. So we're going to expect those numbers to continue to drop as we go later on here into the night. Now, you can see the highs at 51 officially. We'll get the official numbers later on into the evening, so we'll see what happens with that. But overall, definitely a lot more low to mid 50s today. 54 in Bellingham, Mount Vernon also up to 54 as opposed to what we saw yesterday. Throughout the night, expect more of these clouds to move on through, and you can see some of those darkening clouds starting to move farther to the north. Here in Seattle, I think in the city itself, we'll start to see some of those showers come down here shortly. Should be a fairly light one, though. 47 for our current number. East winds coming out of the east at 11 miles per hour. We're in the mid-40s at 44 in Shelton, 46 in Olympia, low 50s in Friday Harbor, Mount Vernon, and in Oak Harbor at 51 and 52 degrees there. You can see this wide area of rain right here that is moving northward. Now, again, a lot of that's going to be generally light, maybe some moderate shower activity within there, and then we can see some of that out towards the east, fairly in the form of some, maybe just a few sprinkles into some of our foothill communities. But as you go farther to the south, we got this one little pocket of maybe energy in the atmosphere, let's call it that, that's producing that thunderstorm just north of DuPont right now. So that's moved on through, and it looks like we shouldn't see too much more of that activity at all, but some heavier downpours where you have some of those oranges and yellows definitely going to be possible here into the evening. Out along the coast, yesterday we were dealing with a lot more of that widespread steady rain. This evening, not going to be the case. It'll be more off and on in nature, and it should be fairly light. As we go out farther into the view, you can see this area of low pressure still is helping to spin a lot of this moisture into our region. We're going to draw up a bit more later into the week, and eventually another system helps to really kick up some of the moisture as we go later on into Thursday and Friday. Now, next couple of nights here, we're going to see that areas of rain still dealing with some areas of sprinkles. Generally, though, will be, again, very light. We'll go into early tomorrow morning. We'll start to notice that some of those come back around over the Olympic Peninsula, and later into tomorrow evening, we get another sort of flare up in the activity with some of the daytime heating. As that moves out of here, we get this next surge that comes up, and this will be part of the main band that we're eventually going to start to see come northward on into the day Thursday. Cold enough air in place. I think we're still sitting above freezing with a lot of these temperatures in southwest interior, but we could see a coating, maybe an inch in a few very spotty areas. Overall, not really expecting much of any accumulation out of that, and then that will move farther to the north. Warmer air takes over, and we're talking about Puget Sound dealing with more rain, more so Thursday evening, Thursday night, as opposed to during the daytime hours of Thursday, and we'll continue to see that overspread the area as we go later on into Thursday night. And we'll keep an eye out for parts of the Kitsap Peninsula by early Friday morning, but again, temperatures above that freezing point. Now, amounts of rain next couple of days, we're talking about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. Some higher spots kind of here and there. We'll get closer to about 1/3 of an inch. But the forecast is looking like it is going to start to feature a few more of those 50s than what we had earlier. We'll be back up around 51 on Thursday, rainy day on Friday, and then a slight break on Saturday with just a few showers around before it starts to come back in late Sunday into Monday.